we are regimented. When we borrow money to put productive use of it, which will bring more money to repay our loans. Simple. We don't borrow money and divert it for other things, which many times is a common occurrence. Okay, so when we say we're going to buy equipment, say centrifugal casting equipment or 3D printers for the foundry, that's what we're going to do. We're not going to use the money to go and buy vehicles or buy something that will prop up our image and then use the remaining. So we basically focus on what we're doing. Another aspect is that we do not, one of our I wouldn't call it a secret because it's not a secret, but is that we focus on our business. We only do vertical integration. We don't do horizontal. We don't run a foundry and at the same time run a brewery and at the same time run a plastic company or something like that. We expand vertically our technology, and we expand to the same clientele. So if we can offer our clients something, if today we can offer them a jaw plate and tomorrow we can offer them a valve, we'll offer them also a valve.
So what's the production capacity of your factory?
Production capacity installed is about 8,500 tons per annum. But then again, that depends on what sort of castings you have, the mixture of castings. Because if you have a big order that is for heavy castings, you can easily fill it out. Whereas if you have a big order for thousands of castings that are only 50 kilogram, it's again, so you know, your limitations go according to what your orders are, your order book is.
You produce heavy materials. Wouldn't you rather move them by rail?
According to what the client demands. Very simple. We sell X works, the client tells us how he wants it. If a client comes and says, I want a helicopter to lift the material, fine. Supposedly if a road is made to standard and if you have weigh bridges and you cross-check the load of each truck, we shouldn't have any problem. But if our roads are not made to standard, and if we don't have weigh bridges that cross-check the total tonnage of trucks carrying load, then there is a problem.
Would you be happier if the rails were working?
If the rails are working and my client wants it to be sent by rail, fine. It all depends on my client. But then again, if I have a client who's in Ashaka, in Gombe, how do I expect to send by rail to Ashaka, Gombe?
Now, a bill has gone through the second reading at the National Assembly proposing that there be some sort of an umbrella industrial development bank. And if that goes through, it means that a bank like the Bank of Industry will cease to exist. What are your thoughts about that?
That's my big problem with our country. We always like to reinvent the wheel. When we've got something that throughout the decades has improved and improved and improved, and internationally the Bank of Industry has one of the highest ratings possible internationally, and now we want to make a new bank, a new everything, I don't understand. That's one thing with our policy making, I've always been baffled. Instead of improving on good things we have, we always want to recreate the wheel. Otta.
the agricultural sector due to limited processing and preservation capacity. This results in high food prices and food importation, with its attendant effects on the nation's foreign reserves. To enable Nigerians optimize the benefits from the country's vast agricultural products such as cassava, oil palm, rice, tomatoes, and others, the Bank of Industry has launched a 5 billion naira cottage agro-processing fund, the CAP Fund. Customers can access the fund to establish plants to process our various agro-produce into food products or intermediate raw materials for industries at a single-digit interest rate of 9% per annum. For more information on the CAP Fund, please visit www.boinigeria.com/capfund. Bank of Industry, developing Nigeria's agro-processing industry through the CAP Fund.
And that's it on the program BOI Weekly. I'm Kayode Alayode. We have been at the Otta main factory of the Nigerian Foundries Limited, and I have been speaking with the Managing Director, Mr. Vassily Baberopoulous, who's been talking about the intervention, the multiple layers of intervention of the Bank of Industry on their business, and how the Bank of Industry has worked with them through the different levels of expansion. The Bank of Industry is willing and able to do same in your own business if you choose the Bank of Industry as your worthy partner. Remember that you can apply for a loan online. All you have to do is download the BOI SME loan app from the Google Play Store and follow the instructions. Bye now.